Welcome to all of you. In this lecture, we are going to study about the bilinear transformation and the frequency warping. So let us go through the concept of bilinear transformation and how to apply it and the related derivation first. So bilinear transformation converts the analog filter to the digital filter. So bilinear transformation, we are going to identify what must be the substitution we must make to the analog filter to the to obtain the digital filter in this derivation. So let us start by considering the area under the curve, whichever is slanted line, that's the area under the curve. So we are going to make use of the integration of the calculus and the numerical reverse method in order to identify the solution. So from this diagram, now the curve under the consideration is represented in terms of integration by y of t is equal to integral 0 to t x of t into dt, where y of t is the area under the curve and x of t is the curve function. Also, y of t is going to be the output and x of t is going to be the input and t is going to be the upper limit of the integration. Let us call this as the equation 1. Now applying the Laplace transform to the equation 1, we are going to get y of s is equal to x of s divided by s. Now identify the Laplace transfer function. So that means perform the cross multiplication. Take this x of s to the left hand side by performing the cross multiplication. We are going to get y of s divided by x of s. We call that as g of s. That will be equal to 1 divided by s. Let us call this as the equation 3. Now let us consider the difference equation now. The difference equation under consideration is the y of n is equal to y of n minus 1 plus x of n plus x of n minus 1 whole divided by 2 into t, where this t is going to be the sampling time. Call this as equation 4. Now in that equation, y of n will be equal to y of nt. This is going to be the output, and y of n minus 1 will be equal to y of nt minus t. This is the previous output sample. Then x of n is equal to x of nt, and similarly x of n minus 1 is equal to x of nt minus t. So samples amplitudes from the curve are current input and the previous input sample. So that is referring to x of nt and x of nt minus 1, the present and the previous input samples respectively. Now apply Z transform for this. So for this expression we are applying the Z transform. We get y of z is equal to z inverse y of z plus t by 2 x of z plus z inverse x of z. Now make a rearrangement of this expression so that we can obtain h of z. So that is, we need all x of z terms one part and y of z at the another part. So perform the cross multiplication, then we are going to get this kind of representation, that is y of z by h of z, so that we can represent that as h of z. So realizing this form, on the right hand side we will be left with the t by 2 z plus 1 in the numerator, z minus 1 in the numerator. So take care that here there is z inverse representation, and after simplification it has been multiplied and divided by z so that we can obtain the positive powers of the z. Either we can keep this in inverse power of z or in terms of z, no problem. Final simplification will be shown clearly while solving the problem. Now comparing equation 6, this is the equation 6 and the equation 3, we are going to get, that means we are trying to relate s with the z. So equation 3 is in terms of s and equation 6 is in terms of z. We are trying to relate those two. Now this is going to be the part of equation 3, that is 1 by s is the representation with respect to equation 3, that will be equal to t by 2 1 plus z inverse divided by 1 minus z inverse, and that will be equal to equation 6 representation t by 2 z plus 1 divided by z minus 1. So as I told you before, you need to remember that either you make this representation in terms of z inverse or in terms of z. So both of them are going to be the same, and while solving the problem, finally we may substitute this part as a part of calculation or directly the z inverse representation as a part of calculation. So both of them yields the correct answer. Now rearranging the equation 7, we are going to get, we need an expression for s. So s will be equal to 2 by t z minus 1 divided by z plus 1. Call this as the equation 8. Now the bilinear transformation method is a mapping of the transformation of points from s plane to the z plane. So equation 8 now can be alternatively represented as z is equal to 1 plus st divided by 2, 1 minus st divided by 2. Anyhow, with respect to the calculation, this is what the substitution we are going to make use of, because analog filter design we are going to perform first. Analog filter design in the sense we will be there in the S domain. We need to convert that into the digital domain. Digital domain is nothing but the Z domain. Therefore, in place of S, we need to make this substitution, so that we call that as the applying of the bilinear transformation to convert analog filter to the digital filter. So this is the one what we are going to use further in the calculation. Now getting into the problem solution. The problem statement, assuming that t is equal to 2 seconds and given the following points. So 4 different problems are there. So first one, s is equal to minus 1 plus j on the left half of s plane, s is equal to 1 minus j on right half of the s plane, s is equal to j on positive j omega on the s plane, s is equal to minus j on the negative j omega on the s plane. Convert each points in the s plane to the z plane. So that means S domain representations are given, so we need to apply the bilinear transformation realization and we need to convert this into the Z domain. So what's the substitution? So given t is equal to t is equal to 2 has already been given. So what is Z? Z is nothing but 1 plus st divided by 2, 1 minus st divided by 2 we are having. In place of this capital T, make a substitution 2. So if we make substitution 2 here, this is what the format we are going to obtain. And if we make a simplification, this 2 and 2 once divides, and in the denominator also this 2 and this 2 once divides. Remaining is z is equal to 1 plus s divided by 1 minus s is what the remaining factor we are going to have. So this is the initial part of the solution before entering into this actual solution we are going to have. So let us consider this as equation 1. Now start simplification one after the another now onwards. So first one, s is equal to minus 1 plus j is being given. So substitute s is equal to minus 1 plus j in equation 1. This is the equation 1 we have considered. So s is there, in place of s substitute minus 1 plus j. So that has been substituted over here. After simplification we get j divided by 2 minus j. Convert that into the magnitude and the phase representation. So in the numerator we get 1 at an angle of 90 degree, and then it is the denominator what we are going to have. So after simplification of this, we are going to get the final answer as 0.4472 at an angle of 116.57 degree. So now this is going to indicate that the magnitude value is less than 1, therefore this value lies inside the unit circle of the Z plane. Similarly, we are going to make a follow-up with respect to the question 2, 3 and 4. So we are going to make use of this equation 1 commonly to all the remaining. Now making the continuation. So with respect to sub question 2, substituting s is equal to 1 minus j in equation 1. So this is the substitution that has been done. This is what we have obtained, and then converted to this form of representation. Final answer 2.2361 at an angle of minus 116.57 degrees. Now 2.2361, the magnitude what we have got is greater than 1. Therefore this value lies outside the unit circle of the z plane. Similarly, for 3 we have substituted s is equal to j, and we are going to obtain 1 at an angle of 90 degree. So 1 is the magnitude. So since this is equal to 1, this exactly lies on the unit circle on the z plane. So theta is the angle or the phase we are going to have. So since theta is equal to 90 degree, so it is on the positive half cycle on the unit circle. Now substituting s is equal to minus j, we are going to get 1 at an angle of minus 90 degree. So magnitude is equal to 1. Therefore the value lies on the unit circle on the z plane, exactly on the unit circle. Since theta is equal to minus 90 degree, it is on the negative half cycle of the circle. So this is a simple problem solution with respect to the use of bilinear transformation. Thanks for joining.